Do you believe that your constituents who are losing their jobs have been victims of political manoeuvring surrounding the Scottish independence campaign?
Well, I think personally it's a real tragedy for them as individuals and for us as a community in Portsmouth to lose close to 1,000 jobs in this way is a bitter blow. And, you know, there has to be some element of cynicism being brought into play here to suggest that this isn't simply being done to suit the financial situation of BAE, and the Scottish referendum must have played some part, albeit maybe a small part. But I think people would be foolish not to think that that was something in the background.
Yeah, we just should explain to our viewers that, of course, 3 main yards are involved in this, 2 of them on the Clyde, which are remaining open, although suffering job losses. I mean, do you think there was a better way there for BAE to slice the cake, so to speak?
Yes, I do, and I think there was a better way for the MOD to help in this. If it hadn't been for their bungling incompetence of getting their procurement over the last 10 years so hopelessly wrong, that they would have been in a position to have commissioned further ships that the Royal Navy desperately need, the corvette-sized ship, for offshore protection vessels that are desperately needed. Now, they could have put them into train, and that one could have been built in Portsmouth, probably one on the Clyde. That would have brought us into the time frame for the new Type 27 frigates to be constructed, of some of which were intended to be built in Portsmouth in the first place. And sadly, now they won't be. But they could have managed this better, both the company and the government, and I'm disappointed on both counts.
Are there any crumbs of comfort in that refurbishment continues, the yard remains open, radar systems, things like that?
Well, I'm optimistic that some of the 500 core jobs that will go, there are a sizable number of agency staff who will go as well, but out of the core employees of BAE, I'm hoping that some of them will be offered work elsewhere in the company, and some will transfer over to the ship maintenance side. And I plead with the company to do all they can and be as generous as possible to make that happen. But for several hundred still, I feel the bitter blow will be that very soon they'll be out of a job, and we will then look to the government to put into place measures of mitigation to try and do all they can, not only to help these individuals, but to help the area generally.